Good morning, all. I welcome you all for this lecture series in the course Production Technology. In today's lecture, we are going to see a very important manufacturing machine that manufactures all the machines and machine tools. So let us give a small introduction to the lathe. So it's a versatile machine tool that enables shaping and manipulation of wide range of materials from metals to plastics. So this machine, you have lot of parts assembled in this machine. You can see in the picture. So if you dismantle all the parts, it has to be manufactured separately and then assembled. So for creating from simple cylindrical parts to complicated and intricate designs, this lathe is used. So what are all the major components here? You could see the machine is, one is headstock, another one is tailstock, another one is carriage. So let us go to the picture. Headstock is nothing but here where this is called a live center where all the workpieces are mounted, and tailstock is nothing but the right hand side of part of the lathe where it is supported for very long workpieces, cylindrical workpieces, to avoid bending. And the carriage is nothing but this part, and this has all the tools that is to be mounted. We have a tool post, and for there is a cross light for movement of the tool towards the head center, and perpendicular to that we have a sliding bar, and we have a lead screw for the same to move forward and backward. So these are all the major parts of the lathe. So lathe safety and practices. So whenever we handle any machine tools, we need to have certain safety factors. One is protective gear. So you have to wear safety glasses, gloves, such as which secure clothing to prevent entanglement. So all the parts are rotating parts in high RPM, and it has a huge torque. So there is a possibility of getting your clothes stuck into that and getting an accident. So you have to maintain, or you have to follow, rather than a very important safety factors that is mentioned in the machine shop. And next one is the best practices workpiece inspection. So any parts that is manufactured that has to be comply with the drawing and the dimensions. So when this inspection comes into a part, we need to have all the metrological machines that needs to be instruments to be taken care of, and it has to be thoroughly inspected with the help of all the instruments. So shut off procedures, it is very important to shut off the lathe where the power is involved, where 220 volts is involved. And we have workspace maintenance. So keeping the lathe and surrounding area clean and free of clutter is very important for safety practices. So workpiece mounting and securing, that is very important in getting a very quality workpiece output. So chuck mounting. So let us go to the first diagram here. So we have 3-jaw chuck here. We have also 4-jaw chuck. This 3-jaw chuck is nothing but self-centering chuck. That means when you tighten the screw here, all the 3 jaws will go parallelly and then catch hold of the workpiece. The second one is tailstock support. So let us go to the diagram here. Whenever we have a long workpiece, that is length is higher, we go for follower rest, where the workpiece should not bend whenever there is a cut given or depth of cut given from the tool. So this tailstock is getting mounted with the center. So that is called, this is why we call it as this as center lathe. And balancing and alignment, ensuring the workpiece properly balanced, so that the vibrations which occurs without balancing will lead to poor quality of machining. So these three things has to be taken care of before starting the process. So the next part is cutting tool selection and sharpening. Normally, we use single point cutting tool in lathe. So tool material, when we use, that should be high speed steel or carbide. The major criteria for selecting the tool material is hardness. The parts to be machined, hardness should be less than the tool. That means the tool should have higher hardness than workpiece. So geometry of the tool is very important, like cutting angles. All the cutting angles to be ensured, and sharpness, the one-pointedness, rounded, chamfered tip, everything should be ensured before selecting a tool. So sharpening is very important for maintaining the surface finish of the product. So every time when you use the single point cutting tool for cutting, so it leads to deterioration of sharper points. So when we have to get finer quality, we have to go for sharpening. So invest in a comprehensive tooling system to have right tools for every job. So the operator knowledge is very important, skill is very important for getting the right tooling system. So we have several turning operations that can be done through a lathe. And let us see these three important turning operations. Number one, facing. Number two, turning. Number three, knurling. So facing is nothing but whenever you take this workpiece and this is length and